in a groove than outside of groove. I mean, I say that because he's thrown for at least 2 TDs in the last 8 games, setting records that way. I mean, is he more dangerous when he's that comfortable?
I mean, I guess, when he's that comfortable, he's probably feeling a little more confident. So, I mean, he's a dangerous guy either way it go. He's dual threat, can run it, can throw it. You have to defend him every play. Every play he has the ability to pull the ball and run it, make big plays. He's definitely he's a tough guy to defend.
Do you see maybe him and McCaffrey enhancing each other?
Oh yeah, no question. They're working really well together. I think McCaffrey is the leading rusher, and then Cam is the second leading rusher. So those guys are definitely making the offense go. I think between the two of them, they're accounting for 80-85% of the offense. So they're definitely getting the ball in those guys' hands, and they've been successful with it.
Is there anybody like Cam with that size that does exactly what he does?
Yeah, I mean, it's no quarterback that's that big and can run like that. Big Ben is probably as big as Cam, but he doesn't run like Cam. So Cam will probably be the only guy. Russell runs like that, but probably runs a little better. I don't know, but he's not as big as Cam. So to have that combination of size and speed and ability, he's a rare guy.
What's he like in the open field when he's bearing down on himself and rolling good? That power come out.
You just gotta go hit him. It's one of those things. When you see him in the open field, it's like, okay, well, he's a quarterback. Well, he's a big quarterback. So you just gotta go tackle him some kind of way. You gotta go get him down, and it's just like tackling big tight ends. Moves a little better.
Sorry about that. We've seen plenty of dual threat running backs in this league, but it seems like there's kind of a surge of young guys coming out. McCaffrey's part of that group. What are the challenges from the safety position and maybe a defense as a whole of defending a guy that can run between the tackles, run outside the tackles, and then I think he might be their leading targets guy in the pass game too.
Yeah, I mean he's the leading catcher. He doesn't have as many yards as Funches, but he has more catches. So he's like, I mean, you said it. He's gonna challenge us in every way. He's gonna run between the tackles, and you've seen him break runs through the middle, and take it the distance and make big runs. You've seen him catch screens and take that. So you gotta always account for him. They mix him, they put him out in empty and run routes. Out the backfield. You saw him against Pittsburgh. I think he scored 2 touchdowns running out the backfield. So you got to account for him every play. Like I say, it's just one of those guys that's very dangerous weapon, and they're doing a good job of finding ways to get the ball in his hand.
Does he have a full route tree? I mean, can he run deep, intermediate, all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm sure he can. I mean, he makes a lot of his money underneath,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he can run it deep too.
Hey Glover, from what we saw, I mean, the fans watching the Miami game, the Green Bay game, to what we've seen the last 3 games, how do you explain that? Like, what's gone down, I guess, the last 3 games? What's been the biggest issue, and why has this team, I guess, looked how it has?
The 2 games you talked about, we won, and the 3 games you talked about, we lost. That's the biggest difference, When you win a game, I mean, you're doing some things right. You're controlling the game offensively, you're controlling the game defensively, you're making stops, you're getting out the field, you're standing on the field offensively, you're making plays, special teams, you're doing all those things. When you lose games, it's quite the opposite. You're not getting enough stops defensively. You're not getting enough conversions offensively. You're not impacting the game enough special teams wise. And I think these last 3 games has been total team effort in the losses. I think we have to play better offensively, defensively, and special teams, and we just haven't done it these last 3 games. And we got to find a way to regroup and get it done.
You guys with a walkthrough today, is that maybe part of switching things up around here? How does that feel?
No, I don't know.
Or does it make any difference at all?
Walk through is key to turning it around. It's going to walk through.
I don't know. Hopefully we go out and play really great on Sunday so we can have another walkthrough next week.
Okay.
Is there a theory, though? I mean, you talked about just winning and losing and why they look different, but is there a theory of why the last three looked like they did? I mean, just obviously you're playing against good teams, but to fall down 26-0 to the Bears and
Yeah, we didn't. I mean, you look at those touchdowns against the Bears. The first drive we didn't convert. I mean, we didn't get out the field on third down. They were able to move the ball down the field. The second drive, I think we gave up a big play for a touchdown. I think the third drive, we gave up another big play. I missed a tackle. He scored a touchdown. The next drive, we have a turnover. They get the ball down in the red zone, get another touchdown, and it's boom, 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 26-0 that fast. You know, you can't spot teams in this league 26 points. You know, secondary-wise, you can't give up big plays, you can't miss tackles. It's just when you do that on the back end, it turns into points. And you know, when you don't get out the field on third down, you don't make enough plays, keep a team on the field. That's what happens.
Are the mistakes correctable, or is it drawing board type of stuff where you got to go back?
Well, I mean, the like I said, what you're seeing is things that are correctable in, you know, physical nature. You know, if we had a lot of situations where, you know, guys were just running wide open, like blown coverages, busting coverages, wide open holes, bad run fits, things like that, then you have to question, like, wow, like, okay, maybe they don't understand. But, like, you know, I mean, I just look in the mirror. I mean, the tackle that I missed, I've made that tackle 400 times, you know, but I missed it on that one, and it turned into a touchdown. So, is it correctable? I mean, I would hope that I can go out and correct and make a tackle, you know. Just on that play, I wasn't good enough. So, as a secondary member, when you don't make plays on the back end, it's generally a touchdown.
Well, you kind of show how things change. And the Bears been in last place for 4 straight quarters, and all of a sudden, you know, it's sort of indicative of changes. Things can change fast.
Oh yeah, things can
They
always
change for everything. They didn't change for Cleveland, but they didn't change.
Yeah, things can change. I mean, I've been around it several times. You know, we go from bad to good, you go from good to bad. Change very quickly. You know, a lot of times when you miss as the last guy, it's a touchdown. You know, I mean, I could have missed that same tackle as an underneath guy, and hopefully somebody else would have got him down. But when you're the last guy and you miss it, you know, it's a touchdown. And, you know, I've missed it before. You know, I've made it before too. So, you know,
Are you as a team leader, are you happy with the effort that this defense has given for the last 3 games? Because I think the outside world, and that's what, you know, I'm not in here obviously, but the outside world will question, you know, are you guys playing for Patricia? Is there enough effort with some of these deficits that have kind of gone down early on?
I would like to say when I watch the film, it looks like the guys are playing hard. You know, I mean, it's been some things that went wrong, and you know, some things that we didn't do well. Like I say, look at the Minnesota game. I mean, second half, they didn't get anything, and outside of, you know, defensively, I mean, they had the first drive of the game where, you know, they put a good drive together. Outside of that, I mean, they broke one run that turned into a touchdown. I mean, you know, then they get a fumble recovery for a touchdown in the second half, but defensively, you know, I thought we played hard. I mean, Chicago, I thought we played hard. It's just, you know, when you play defense, you have to play and you have to execute at a high level. You know, you can play hard, you can play fast, but if you're not executing at a high level, then there's going to be openings. There's going to be touchdowns. There's going to be those things. And so I don't feel like our effort has been an issue.
Has this defense been better at adjusting in game than maybe the game plan coming out of the gate?
We've had a lot of in-game adjustments. I will say that.
Is it still just a matter of figuring out who and what you are within the scheme and establishing an identity? I know you don't want to be establishing an identity 10 weeks in the season, but do you guys have one?
Like to play good football. Just like to play good football. And like I said, you go through those games and sometimes you just don't play as good as you need to play. And then you have those games where you play really well, you know, and you just got to find a way to be consistent in how we're playing.
Glover, it's a tough game that you guys play. What's it like in the second half of the season when things are really down, not up? Even in 2015, you had a comeback where you had a chance to make the playoffs. Now it's going the opposite direction. What's it feel like to come and be banging bodies for 6 or 8 more weeks, whatever it is, when things are going the way they're going?
Well, I mean, I think for us, you know, we got to look at where we are, you know. I mean, we're 3-6 right now, and everybody's kind of wrote us off, right? So what do we do?
For now.
I mean, right, that's how it is, you know. You write us off for now, and next thing you know,
We'll see you
you're right
Monday.
back on. But we got 3 home games in a row. One of them is against Carolina. They're a couple games ahead of us right now. We got an opportunity to get them a loss. Got Chicago again. We got a chance to get them a loss. Then we got St. Louis. We got a chance to get them a loss. I mean, we get 3 wins at home. We're back at 6-6. Still got to go to Arizona. Still got to go to Buffalo. Got Minnesota back at home. And then we finish in Green Bay. You know?
It doesn't seem daunting. I mean, you're saying that's not a daunting schedule.
I'm not saying it's not daunting. I'm not saying it's easy. But I'm just saying I'm pretty sure any other team that will be getting ready that's in the situation that we're in would take 3 home games in a row. Arizona, Buffalo on the road, Minnesota back at home, and then a close in Green Bay. Three home games in a row is, I mean, we had that situation come up a couple years ago, and we were 1-3. Came home, won 3 in a row, ended up getting to 4-3. Went on, made the playoffs that year. So anything can happen. We just got to go out and do it.
You're a naturally optimistic guy. I think we've always seen that. What gives you optimism from your film study or just being in this locker room that maybe there's an underlying thing under the hood that this thing could turn around defensively or overall?
Because it's just how you go out and play on Sundays. It's how you go out and play. You know, you go out and you get a win. You know, we prepare this week and we go out Sunday and we get a win. I mean, that's a big win, you know, big win, confidence flying high, and good thing for us, we get to turn around 4 days later and go play again against the Chicago team that, like I said, we look at the film and it's like, man, we killed ourselves in the first half. Really the first quarter and a half, we killed ourselves. We play a clean game like we did in the second half and, you know, close out the first half. Why can't we beat Chicago? Now that's 2 wins in a matter of a week, you know? Who says it can't happen? Like I said, at the end of the day, we got to prepare. We are the ones that got to go out and do it.
Do you look for a bright spot, look for, a bright possibility, something you have to motivate yourself to try to accomplish what you're talking about? Maybe look for a reason to do it, as opposed to just throwing in the
I mean, we're in the NFL. Nobody likes walking around after getting beat. You know, you get beat. You don't even want to cut the TV on. You don't want to go to the store. You don't want to do anything. I mean, you're in the NFL. That should be motivation enough, you know.